All right, so I made a community post that, well, a good amount of people actually agreed with because they're not dumb. And I saw some of these people on X specifically, just so you know, it was a crop out from one of the pro MAGA accounts or whatever. But Jim is now going, Mister Metokur is going into conspiracy theory mode in order to protect this movement that he's invested so much into. So apparently now, if you point out the thing about the Merchant Guild, you are a fake America MAGA account, according to Mr. Metokur. Now again, this is a guy that likes animated kids. He's a 40-year-old man, and he talks about 7-year-old animated children, and their body parts because that's normal and that's cool. And like, I don't know. I mean, if you're in the VTuber crowd, I can understand why you think that's okay and cool and based or whatever. I guess, but like if you're an American patriot, as these people want to portray themselves out to be, and you're okay with a 40-year-old man talking about animated CP, essentially, I mean, if that's the look you want, but just to add more into that, the whole Merchant Guild defense. I mean, I don't know if we've seen Metokur really bend the knee, so to speak, up until this point. This might be the most mask off defense of Netanyahu and the fucking people that we've seen, right? So let's just read what he had to say, right? Mr. Metokur here says the accounts doing it are like those fake America MAGA accounts that were actually Indians doing it for ad revenue, except for the president's a troll faking being an anti-Zionist or nationalist, but are just in Jantifa communists throwing a fit. So a lot of word salad here with a lot of fucking stupid buzzwords to try to defend himself, and then he adds what do you call fake MAGA, fake American MAGA accounts. He also uses the word trolls and anti-Zionists and nationalists, and then the epic Jantifa and commie. Just a bunch of word salad with buzzwords to try to elicit like an emotional reaction from people. Again, just to be like, oh yes, Jim is using these words and he's using them against these people, therefore he's right. I know it's sad, but that's how the majority of people are going to look at this or whatever. Because, I mean, they're either like, again, VTuber lolicons or like, I guess, hillbillies. I don't know what Metokur's crowd is now. I mean, before it was literally critical thinkers. Because, again, no matter if this guy is like a 40-year-old guy lusting after animated children now, at one point he was a very smart critical thinker, right? And we're talking back in the day. It was also extremely funny. Now he's just really dry. And again, like the endorsement of animated, CP, it kind of like it bewilders me as to why people aren't taking more of a stance. Like people that claim to be against lolly stuff, like entertainers called the Kino Casino, for example, they claim to be against that, but they'll still hold this 40-year-old man lusting after animated children in high regard. Which again, like, kind of goes to say, again, everybody on this platform with a big following is a grifter. That's all they are. They literally are. They have no real principles. If they ever tell you I have something against Lolicon, chances are they don't. If you have enough, revenue, if you have enough of a fan base, they don't care about it. Their principles go out the window. So these are only some of the people going in and did this. This came actually from 19 hours ago, where Jim also made another hardcore defense for the Merchant Guild. He says, we need to distract them, bring up Jezreel. Even though literally everything is pointed to that being the case, right? So now we have like straight up MAGA grifter. And this is the problem I had. Like, truth be told, look, I marathon a bunch of Kirk over the week, right? Charlie Kirk. I don't fundamentally disagree with what he's saying. That's the insane part. I like his points. Here's the only criticism I have of him. And he would even probably admit to this. If you asked him, God bless his heart if he was still here, you openly antagonize a group of people and you know what you say towards them is distasteful. And I know he knows this because, one, that's the name of the game. Two, I know he's not dumb. I know he's actually smart. Like, he might not be the best debater and he might get schooled by some lefty over there, but like, when it comes to like, defending Trump's honor, because I mean, you can only do so much to defend Trump's honor nowadays. But in general, Charlie wasn't a dumb guy. In social dynamics, I'm sure, like, in order to be an influencer of this magnitude, you have to have an understanding of social dynamics. And Kirk very well did. So he played the game right up until, again, this Netanyahu situation. And there's so much shit, so much smoke pointing for it to be Netanyahu and, the Merchant Guild. Yet people, grifters like Metokur, again, 40-year-old man lusting after animated children. This is not a joke. You can go to Kiwi Farms, the fucking holy grail of Mister Metokur that used to and still kind of do to this day, put up defenses for him and yada, yada, yada. You can even see them reluctantly admit that, yeah, Metokur being lusting after animated kids is a little weird, especially when we claim to be against that. So again, it's like this guy, bro, this guy is literally saying, guys, look, it's all at it's not cool to criticize. He's essentially, let me dumb it down to the stupidest way you can understand this. Metokur is saying it's not cool to criticize the Merchant Guild, essentially. He says, I've seen this myself these past few days. Antifa is getting dead. So then he adds the buzzword, and what he's trying to say is, if you criticize the Merchant Guild, you must be Antifa. That's literally what he's saying. Andy Ning, let's see what Andy Ning is doing. He pretends to be credible and stuff. The thing is, a lot of these people I didn't really have an issue with when it was the left that was in control, because that's when we were poking holes at the left and whatnot, right? I almost wish Kamala won just for the simple fact of pure morbid curiosity, one, and then the second would be because if she had won, I feel like things wouldn't have gotten corrupt on the right side, right? I feel like I wouldn't have had to see the group that I supported for so long become a corrupt shithole, just embodying every negative attribute of the left and just using it in their own deluded little ways. Now we have Trump, okay, so we have Gunther Eagleman, another MAGA grifter, saying, hey, dumb fucks, this is a 50-year-old man, looks like a pedophile, looks like a fucking inbred, calling you dumb fucks. Gunther Eagleman, David Freeman, whatever you want to call that fucking cop, retired, not even a cop, he got fucking fired from his job because he's so shit. We hear Gunther Eagleman saying, hey, dumb fucks, Trump didn't get no, that was Netanyahu. Fucking Trump didn't get Jimmy Kimmel or whatever, whichever Jimmy out there sucks in the media, fired. And then Trump, 24 hours later, blatantly admits it. He's just no, I got him, and you know what? I'm going to get other people if they don't give me favorable coverage. It's dude, these people lie within 24 hours. Their own lies are exposed. We got Kash Patel under fire. Now, Metokur, the fucking 40-year-old lusting after animated children, he's going to do his weirdo stream on Saturday, right? He's going to bring up how, he's going to do all the positive MAGA grifting PR, right? He's not going to bring up Kash Patel fucking up. He's not going to bring up the Supreme Court, including Daddy Trump, blocking the Epstein list. He's not going to bring up the Merchant Guild. He's fake. He's fake as shit. If you want full-on propaganda to fill your delusions about the right and MAGA, go to this guy's stream. Honestly, go to the 40-year-old man lusting after animated kids, the 7-year-olds that he fetishizes and says, oh, it's just a joke, guys, it's just a joke. Go to them, go to this guy, you belong there. But for the people that are real, Jesus, I don't know, do your own research for a little bit, or I don't watch this show. Watch this show right here. So, Andy Ning says Antifa cell in Corvallis, or has published an after-action report on the fallout from the Kirk assassination, amid fearing to lose the loss of their ability to mark conservatives for death with no pushback. At this point, everybody wants to mark everyone for that. Remember, Trump is saying that he's gonna make wars and invade fucking cities and do this shit. And remember, fucking Laura Loomer, that fucking Merchant Guild Mossad fucking agent or whatever there, is going ahead and she's talking about alligator Alcatraz, and she's openly mocking people dying or something, or playing with the idea of death. These are the same people that say you need to have sympathy and remorse, by the way. It's no, bro, you don't get to have your cake and eat it too, at least not with me. And then blah 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 blah, dehumanization. Hey brother, the world is dehumanization. Trump's entire reign is based on dehumanization. What the fuck are you talking about? This is how you know this dumb fuck is another one of those people that are being pushed into the, let's just do. It's so sad, bro, because it's literally the copy and paste This is just right-wing leftism, bro. Like, this is exactly the tactic that is worked for the left, and now these dumb fucks are doing it. And like, it's just, they're like, why do you take it so personal? It's like, because they're like, is this like real talk, Sen? Is this affecting you financially? My answer is no. Do you disagree with core principles of the Republicans? Core principles, the ones they pretend to have. No, I don't. The one where it's like women being subservient to men and starting the family and not being whores. No, I don't disagree with that. I mean, there's even some over-the-top shit that the Fox News fucking anchors. It's like a contradiction again, but like whatever. Like just in itself, because I'm the realest fucking guy in the room, all right? I like any heinous shit, right? That's why anybody that tries to say, oh, I got you and I got you, you've been exposed. It's like, bro, I'll admit to anything. Like, what are you fucking talking about? I'll admit to whatever at this point. Like, internet validation is like fucking lame at this point. I'm 25 years old, brother. All right, I've been to the top. I don't need to be to the top anymore. I don't need to end up being like, I don't know, 30 years old like Diorio, having no wife or kids and living with their parents and yada, yada, yada. I don't need to do that, right? Shout out Nicholas Diorio. But like, you know, the core principles, like I said, I fucking marathon Charlie Kirk. Don't disagree with anything. I don't even disagree with his attacks on like the left. I was fucking doing that, brother. But it's just like the entire desperation to have beaten the left that you need to just become them is what really just rubs me the wrong way. The preaching of like, oh, you know, we won't hide anything. We're the most transparent, you know, people ever, or the transparent group ever. And then like you have people like, you know, a 40-year-old lusting after animated children over here, going ahead and like running these weird campaigns, these weird fucking cover-ups, essentially in his own right. And now he's just fully going cover-up mode over here. You got this over here. But Israel, this guy also probably likes animated children. He says the new pocket sand trick. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, let's see what the glorious commenters have to say. Middle Easterners are probably immune to pocket sand defenses. The more you know, this person has like a rainbow flag, so I guess that means he's gay. Then I hypocrite over here. I don't know what this has to do with anything. Gotta follow Jordan Peterson's commands to me. Isn't Jordan Peterson like a cock? I don't know. Candace Owens, here's a good way to know if they hate if they hate the Merchant Guild and the brown people, they're American. If just the Merchant Guild and not famous, they're likely from the Middle East. These conspiracy weirdos, brother. Are we fake accounts? People asking questions, not just gobbling slop. See Mike Jones' recent video. You are all daft. No, it's not. Well, yes, it is all people daft, but it's mainly the 40-year-old man lusting after animated children. I'll tell you another thing. When the Epstein list, before they sacrifice Kirk, because it's still the Republican Party, let's be so fucking real. Let's not be stupid. It's the Republican Party and fucking Netanyahu that sacrificed Charlie Kirk just to martyr him, just so that it can dodge from the fucking Republicans getting their asses bent over because they cucked to the Epstein list. They don't, bro. Kash Patel is getting destroyed right now, okay? They are not good with the Epstein list. This is literally their sand trick. You want to talk about sand tricks? You know, Mister Metokur, James, whatever your name is, if you didn't change it again for, like, criminal reasons or whatever. Pocket sand. You guys crying about the left being aggro when you guys have called them soy cucks for the longest time. Like, that in itself has to be something. You guys are calling these guys weak soy cucks, and yet then you try to make them like the most aggro badass people ever. How the fuck do you manage that? Where is the logic in that? You've established these people are weak cucks, and then all of a sudden, no, they're like strong domestic terrorists. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What weird deluded reality are you having the low IQ idiots believe? Here's your pocket sand trick. Let's talk about Charlie Kirk. You weak sacrificed them. Let's take a look at it. It's like, bro, how about you just release the Epstein list that proves that Daddy Trump, hey, maybe this guy's even on the list. I mean, he's a little irrelevant Like when it comes to politics. Like again, this is literally a 40-year-old man LARPing around about having cancer for the last like 4 years or so. Disappears anytime a tragedy happens that will affect his fucking clout, and then reappears magically. Remember this guy was crying like about a week ago and how he was a victim and stuff, and how this was his moment to take time off and reflect and spend with his family. And now he's right back to the grifting. There we go, brother. Again, 40-year-old man, lusts after animated children. He has no fucking excuse. All right, he has no fucking excuse. If you're under the age of 20 and you dabble in that shit, you know, you have a leeway. Here's my reality of the situation, okay? If you're under 20 and you dabble with the lolly shit, you had a pass, all right? Because the same idiots are going to use that defense for Josh Moon. Okay, fine. You want to do that? Sure. If you're a 40-plus-year-old man, and you lust after animated children, you're a fucking pedophile. I'm done. I'm tired of this pretend game. Just because Mister Metokur either gravitates and he makes pedophiles gravitate towards him, and the majority of the internet, if not the world, is full of these people. I'm so sick of pretending like this guy is cool. No, brother. He used to be cool before he got, like, I guess he got comfortable. Like, kind of like Rekieta, right? Rekieta used to be cool in the eyes of people. And then he like, got too close to the sun, too big for his head. The ego got the best of him and he could do no wrong. Then you started seeing his degeneracy. Kind of like fucking Jim here. This guy is a fucking freak, bro. Okay? This is not the critical thinker that I was, like, watching and marathoning before. Right? When he was like, you know, being funny, and he's even his humor is shit now. I don't know if it's because of the old age. I don't know if like it's just that you grow out of the humor. His humor is shit. It's bad. It's just literally like America and like commies suck, and he can't even make fun of lolicons or fucking furries like he used to anymore because he is a lolicon and his majority of his fan base are lolicons and furries. Like, this guy is a fucking freak. He's 40 plus years old, lusting after animated kids. And if you, like, support that, I mean, I can't even tell you what alligator Alcatraz I'd send you to. You know? Like, what the fuck? This guy's a fucking pedophile, bro. Like, what? He's a fucking pedophile. Dog. Trump is less of a pedo than this guy. Jesus fucking Christ. Whatever. Donaro. I love President Donald Trump. Oh, I am Japanese. Rory. But also, you can name 5 people things that, yeah, I mean, like, the facts all point to, like, you know, the Merchant Guild. But, like, now Metokur is just essentially running defense for these people. Again, everybody kisses the wall inevitably, and apparently even social media influencers, the animated children lusting kind, are now also bending the knee to Israel. Cool. Great times ahead.